bikinis, you know?
So give it a try, man. There's big things to come. Hit the link below or scan my QR code and you'll get
that's
a free
where we're at.
hero Chinoru, 200k silver, 1 XP boost, 1 energy refill, and 1 ancient shard. And this is only for the next 30 days, so hurry up.
Yeah, 100%.
You'll find your rewards here.
They pay ridiculous amounts of money. 100% I would.
But despite me quitting, Necrotis stayed focused. He persevered through thick and thin.
Wow.
And I...
What the fuck? What are you doing?
And as the guild culled its
Jesus,
ranks,
that's sad.
they eventually killed Manaroth on the
Damn.
highest difficulty.
Wait, what about Archimon?
Necrotis, he did it. He achieved Tommy levels of skill and prowess.
Wow.
And dare I say, he surpassed him.
So then I
Jesus.
came back to the game. Hi, remember me? Yeah. So towards the end of the expansion,
Okay.
most people in our guild quit. You know, because, yeah.
Because, yeah.
So our guild kind of
Yeah.
just stopped raiding. But for us, there was still a lot left to do. Ganking people. Achievement runs. Arena. Gold farms. Exploration. Convincing a 14-year-old to delete their Hearthstone before flying them to Nigel. What could be better than this?
So wait, is he telling me that he did the exact same thing than WoD that I did? Like, he ran around with one of his friends in the game doing a bunch of dumb shit at the end of WoD while we waited for Legion. That's exactly what me and McConnell did. Me and McConnell did that exact fucking thing. That's crazy.
Warlords of Draenor made you rich as fuck.
It did.
In the last
I had 10
expansion,
characters doing
Wizards took
garrison missions.
inspiration from Chinese culture, fantastic architecture, beautiful landscapes, and multitudes of characters and storylines that were respectful to the source material and original. So in
Wow.
Warlords of Draenor, they knew they had to step it up a notch.
They sure
So
did.
they did what any industry monopolizing company would do.
What's that?
That's right. Communism. They just started giving people money for free. What could go wrong?
Well, they didn't just give people money for free, they also gave them gear for free. If you killed like a certain amount of bosses in Mythic, all you had to do was you'd send your followers out on missions and they would bring back gear that was Mythic quality.
I mean, has still never recovered.
It's insane.
Even with that. And of course, what better way is there to spend your money than drip? There are certain items in World of Warcraft which are no longer obtainable.
Yeah.
The most notable of all being Tier 3, which
Absolutely.
was hard to get and was made unobtainable
I have
in
it, by the way.
2008.
I have it.
The most
not a
coveted
big
piece
deal,
of Tier
but I do
3
have it.
is the
Shoulders.
Dreadnought Spolders. Because
Wait.
while most Tier 3 looks like a 5-year-old's attempt to get hired at the local circus,
True.
Dreadnought looks like the Lich King armor. And
Yes,
WoW
it
players
does.
love this guy so much that mentioning his name will make them jizz on command. Watch
True.
this.
My son, the day you were born,
Okay.
the very forests of
Okay.
Lordaeron whispered the name Arthas.
Oh, fuck, God, Jesus. What the f- Not in front of the fucking kid. However, there exists a special auction house where randomly items like
No
these
way.
will be listed. Problem is, Dreadnought kinda goes for millions of gold.
No
In
way.
WoD, it was a different story. So one day, when I was checking the black market for...
Dude, this is exactly what happened with me. Like, this is so weird. Like, at the end of WoD, all I did was goof around with one of my friends in the end of WoD. And then this happened to me as well, except it was in Mists of Pandaria.
private
Oh my
reasons.
god.
I noticed the shoulders were available, so I called Necrotis.
Yeah.
Now, my friend was poor, and I'd often abuse that by paying him to help me with tasks for way under the amount of gold you'd usually pay someone.
Makes
just
sense.
because he was desperate. But Dreadnought is no small feat, so I
Yes.
decided I'd be a great friend. Because if he's looking this drippy, then I'm cool by association. I skipped school and offered to pay any amount of gold that he'd need to win the shoulders. And there we waited, all day, until he finally won the shoulders. And how much did one of the rarest items in the entire game go for? 10,000 gold.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the minimum fucking price. Let me take
Wait,
you back to the exact
what?
moment where he won it.
Well, no, like that had to have been like he played on a dead server, because that shit was big money back then. That was big motherfucking money. Like I spent 180 Back in Mop.
Almost. I'm so stinky at the moment with sweat.
I'm actually sweating and breathing heavy right
I
now.
was the
My
same
heart
way.
keeps skipping beats.
Less than 10 minutes left.
Yay.
No
Yes.
Even though it
No
wasn't my
way.
item, this was one of the best days I've ever had in WoW. Not because of the item itself, but because of the day I spent with my boy, you know?
Yeah.
Eventually, me and Necrotis both got matching Feldrakes, we attempted challenge modes, and I got a Spectral Tiger.
Dude, we used to do this same thing, man. Like, I had this guy, his name was Corey. And his in-game name was Auxiliary. And, bro, after every raid, man, we had two characters that we level up together. And then I would do a mount run on my main and on his alt. And then we would do the mount run again on his main and on my alt. And we would do this together. And we farmed Ashes of Alar together. We farmed the ZG mounts together, I'm pretty sure too, the new ones. Dude, we farmed the Malagos mount too. We farmed a Vault of Archivon mount, and we farmed all these mounts together, and we would do this together at night. It was so fun.
Ladies. And so we took a break. We played a lot of Dark Souls together, at least until
Aw.
Legion came out. But that's when
That's
everything
cute.
started to change.
What happened? Ooh.
WoW is great for teaching you life lessons, such
Yes,
as how
it
to
is.
manipulate the economy and how to talk to other human beings.
True.
In theory. But the biggest life lesson that WoW teaches you is that fleeting sense of youth as your social circle crumbles. People get older and move on, and you're left desperate for the times you had, all while knowing
up.
nothing can truly
Stop.
take you back to the good old days.
Stop.
So, our guild died. But we joined another one at the start of Legion. We cleared Heroic, and then that one died too. So, me and Necrotis just opted to make our own pugs and not join any guild.
Yeah.
It was fun and
It
it was
sucks.
casual, but we felt like quitters since we weren't pushing mythics anymore.
True.
We were playing solo, but we didn't feel cool. We were girl bossing, but we gatekeeped ourselves. Nail emoji. Which is why when one night, an old friend invited us to Mythic Gul'dan, how could we say no? Despite it being one of the hardest fights in WoW, we didn't cause a single fight. And it did wonders for our egos, knowing that even in the WoW equivalent of our midlife crisis, we still had it. That was until we spoke to the raid leader after raid, and he said something along the lines of this.
Great stuff tonight, boys. Great stuff. But, just one thing. No, you played fine. It's just your artifact power. It's a bit low.
Oh.
If you could just farm some Mythic Plus over the next week,
True.
that'd be great.
True.
All right, boys. You get some grinding in, okay? I'll see you next week.
And at that moment,
That was me, by the way. This was fucking me. I was the guy that would message people, and people would be online, and I would see them, and they would not have artifact level. It was 35, I believe that was the break point. That was 35, and I would message them whenever they were in a battleground. I'd be like, bitch, get out of the battleground, get back to Maw of Souls. They're like, well, I just wanted to do a few with my friends. I'm like, oh, really? Oh, really? So, oh, okay. So you don't want to get any more loot in the raid, is that right? You want to get kicked out the guild, is that right? And this was me. I felt you don't have time to have fun. You don't have time to have fun, man. You can have fun after you get done farming all your artifact power. I was a dick. That's so mean. No, it's because it was something that everybody agreed on. That everybody in the guild agreed collectively that we were gonna have this was gonna be an expectation. And then people don't meet the expectation, you got to deal with it.
Boys, you get some grinding in, okay? I'll see you next week.
and at that moment, something deep and primordial in the very pits of my soul snapped. That I had spent my youth waiting for other people to not fuck up.
Oh, look, it's not
That's
gonna
true.
get soaked. Well, everyone's dead.
See, this is why I stopped raiding, man. It's like I would do everything right, like fucking 90 pulls out of 91 pulls. And then every time you would have the same handful of people do shit wrong, I just got tired of it, man. Like, I'm like, man, I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to schedule time to watch somebody else waste it. You know, like, that's the truth. I just got fucking tired of it.
See?
Waiting night after night for
Yep.
Nadia the priest from Darkspear. Yeah, I fucking remember you. Even though it took me years to fully
Yep.
realize. I think in that moment I finally knew.
I will never raid.
Or at least just fuck mythic raiding. It was fun sometimes, but I just never felt like it was all that challenging outside of waiting for other people to not fuck up, or just menial grinds outside of raids to max out your character power. But that's enough.
It definitely did get more boring in Legion in a way, because you had to do like all this extra stuff outside of the raid. Because back in the day, you would raid to raid, and that was it. It was like a closed system, whereas like now it's not really as much the case. Have fun in Ultimates? Yeah, that's fine. But like what I'm saying is like that's what raiding was. Raiding was waiting for the dumbest person in your raid to not fuck up. That's what raiding was.
For now. So as we did our pugs, we did our mage towers, and we did the occasional arena until the end of Legion, our drive to sweat was fading, and our sense of wonder or motivation along with it. And with the release of Battle for Azeroth, we both quit. As well as like everyone else. Maybe it was okay. Perhaps we achieved all we set out to do.
True.
Maybe we were like Tommy now, ignoring the fact that Tommy got banned in WoD for selling gold.
So, is this it? The end
That's the
of
way
our
it goes.
journey? Yes. That was it for Necrotis and Pint. Never to play together again. Oh,
Okay, what?
my God, it's perfect.
Is it really? It's classic WoW. Oh, wow.
Necrotis, it's here. We have to go. Come on, what are you waiting for?
I'm excited, dude. I can't
You don't
wait
want to miss
classic
this,
WoW,
right?
man. That shit's gonna
Come
be
on. One last hurrah. Like the good old days.
Yeah. Those were the days. What about the other guy? What happened to him? That's the dancing video. I remember that too well. Classic WoW was a really good time. It was. Like, it actually was fun. It was fun for a while. No DK in Classic. You just play Warrior. It's the same thing. 6 months ago. Oh, man. Oh, that sucks. So you're gonna play Shadow? Shadowlands? What the fuck is Shadow? Nah, bro. I haven't. Nah, this video is fake. Bro, this shit's fake. Like, I don't believe this video anymore. Like, for a while, I was into it, but like now, it's just not real. This shit's fake. He's got a girlfriend? Yeah, right. Fake video. Fake girl.
My new goal in WoW was to tie up loose ends. I collected mounts and transmogs that I'd wanted for years.
Smart.
And with each accomplishment I obtained, I felt the void of apathy growing.
Good.
Until there was only one final thing left to pursue. Gladiator. The final goal that me and Necrotis wanted to accomplish, I would do for the both of us. So I studied war, days spent skirmishing and learning from the best. As it turns out, WoW PvP is actually pretty easy. And I got in contact with some of the best PvPers in the world.
Damn.
And also this guy. On occasion, several of these rank 1 players referred to my skills as alright. And with my new friends to coach me, I trained harder than ever before. My rank was rising, and it was time for our final push.
He's gonna go for
We were
20,
winning
24.
gladiator level games.
Oh my
But
god.
right before I claimed victory,
No way, is it
I
Necrotis?
quit. Which seems to be a pretty common thing with me.
Jesus
That was
Christ.
months ago, and I still never went back to get Gladiator. I could have got.
Wait, you're telling me that you quit out on Gladiator at 2.4K? Bro, this is the same shit that that S-Fan did. Like, S-Fan had 2.4K, but he's like, oh, I don't care about the mount. What the fuck do you mean? Have you seen it? There's the coolest mount. I'm so mad.
Done better. I could have grinded it out,
Yeah.
But my best friend for the past 8 years, the one who made this dream with me as teenagers, he wasn't there. I'd love to say that solo queue would fix everything, or that I'm coming back to give it another shot in Season 2.
But
I'd love to say I've got hope
There he
that
is.
Blizzard would fix it all. And I'd love to be wrong about what I actually think. I'd love to be one of those girls on Twitter who have their character in a flower crown as their profile picture as they commission art of them and their friends. I'd love to have...
Oh, bro, that shit's so cringe to me, man. I hate it whenever people have fun in ways that I don't deem acceptable. Like, that actually makes me so mad. Like, if I see somebody having fun in a way that I don't like, it makes me fucking furious, man. Like, I have to read it and look at it, dude. It's just fucking obnoxious.
that much fun. And I'd love to know
You'll
if it was
never
my
be an
fault
elf.
that I can't have that anymore.
You'll never
or if
be
it's
an
the
elf,
game I'm
Amanda.
playing. Because
Sarah,
the truth is, the months I spent in Shadowlands weren't out of passion.
you'll never be an elf.
They felt like a job. That I was just doing it for content or for some weird pilgrimage. And I've been missing a spark. It took me forever to realize. It's never about killing mythic bosses or the fastest times or
It's
the
about the
highest
loot.
item levels. And it damn well killing mythic. I've been missing a spark. It took me forever to realize.
Wait a second.
It's never about killing mythic bosses or the fastest time.
I like how whenever... even in the video, he didn't even edit out all the fucking advertisements, man. Like, the boosts that are literally in the fucking video. Fast loot. Fast 229 loot. Want to sell mythic free loot.
Or the highest item levels. And it damn well was never about optimizing systems. It was always friendship, camaraderie, discovery, the wonder, the sense of not knowing what was around the next corner. And suddenly, all of my achievements and rare items I got over the years felt so unimportant. I don't care about being good anymore. My hubris is long dead. I don't feel invested in my tune or my journey or who my character is in retail. It's just numbers. So my story on retail
That's sad.
feels over.
What the fuck?
I had a blast, but why ruin that by forcing it along on life support? And yeah, maybe I'll come back like WoW players always do.
Yeah.
Or maybe this is finally it. Maybe it's okay to let something I love end.
Well, he picked a good time to do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna play Final Fantasy. And I haven't like quit TTT.
What a
but, you know,
loser!
thin
Haha,
ice.
wow!
Follow my Twitch if you'd like some.
Imagine
content
playing that
within,
shit.
You know, the upload schedule. I game, but I also do
Jesus.
like, cooking streams and
What a
challenges.
loser.
I'm pretty cool. I also have a
Oh
second
my
channel
God.
which isn't much right now, but hey, it's there. And follow my Twitter because I feel good when people like my selfies.
True.
And also subscribe so that I can take over Savix and then take over Platinum WoW and then take over Asmongold.
Shut up, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. Listen, I gotta say, you know what was so sad about this? Is whenever I go through and I look at these different pictures, right? This sounds weird, but like I go through and like whenever I see them, I think to myself, I'm like, man, like this is like whenever I found the phosphorescent stone drip, you know? This is like whenever I was doing this on my stream and there was like that whale shark that would go around your Mobius. And then this is the same thing, fighting a whale shark for the first time. Like, I see the pictures, and I have so many memories of all of this, right? I remember this is like 2 or 3 days after Cataclysm came out, and it was me and Cora and a few other people in my guild, and we went to get the world first kill of the whale shark, man. And it happened right there. It was right there. The Shadow Moon Burial Grounds of the fucking quest, dueling outside of Ironforge. Like, this honestly reminds me of just like fucking doing the eggs back in Mists of Pandaria. This is back like whenever I would, that was wherever I hit level fucking 90 back in the day. That's whenever I would get my, I remember I got the white polar bear right there, man. Grizzly Hills, I mean, what else more is there to say? This right here, I remember Inu was almost going to get Realm First level 80. and everybody else who was pushing for theirs, we all put aside everything that we had to go and help him do the Amphitheater of Anguish, like, by ourselves, even though a lot of us couldn't even get the quest. And he was 79, and everybody else in the guild was like 75, 74, 73. Like, then like Caldara, like this right here, doing the Withered Army training on stream. Remember, I would do that and I would play Queen. Fuck, man. Like this, dude, Well of Eternity. Fuck, it's so sad. It's just, it's so, and I got DC'd, remember that? Yeah. Oh, those were the fucking days, man. It was so beautiful, man. It really was. Yeah, I love Pint's videos. I want to say, Pint's videos are fucking amazing. They are great. I hope everybody gives him a sub and gives him some support too, man. Absolutely.
Без толку ниже оценку ставить, блядь, чем выше оценку, чем Overabysmal, потому что просто меня берут, хардстачат хуй пойми куда. Вот классно. Я сейчас на похуй просто пиво купил и начал катать просто на похуй. Тем более. Мне даже лучше стали карты давать якобы, но anyway здесь видно, что Unrealizable. Если бы я даже идеально отыграл. Просто пиздец. Просто на похуй берут и откладывают мне все карты просто под конец игры, пока у всех все идеально. Просто уроды ебаные. Как же все заебало, нахуй. Это просто пиздец. Просто уроды ебаные. Просто невозможно играть. Пока у всех все идеально, все комфортно, все пиксель перфект, нахуй просто раздается. Пока я играю пиксель перфект. Мне это никак не поощряется. Играю на похуй, это тем более не поощряется. Чел играет на похуй, это овер поощряется. Овер подмазывается. Мои игры просто, блять, полное отсутствие топ-1 абсолютно. Просто я не могу увидеть на экране победу никогда. Просто твари ебаные морально берут и издеваются нахуй просто тотально. Тем более морально. Просто уроды ебаные. Ненормальные нахуй. Просто полное отсутствие карт. Ну что это, бля? Просто это... Ну, что это? Мне приходится рассматривать трайбы и так далее. Че вам похуй под какие трайбы пихать, каких героев? Гарантированно раздадут ту стратегию, которую они увидели. О, наги, нагами можно поиграть, нахуй, например, крутить, блядь. Ну, там, блядь, будут идеальные наги. Лайк, гарантированно. Просто сведут игру гарантированно под это. Лайк, гарантированно.
Я верю в твою силу. Победи их всех.
Котов нету. Я пикнул хотя бы потому, что, может, коты есть. Можно под котов хотя бы как-то разогнать чела. Нет, не надо, блядь. Мне не надо, нахуй. Я и так справлюсь, блядь. Я и так потерплю, нахуй. Это просто гарантированное отсутствие топ-1. Ну, мне, бля, просто классно. Мне любую неудачу сводит под отсутствие топ-1. Топ-1 просто на похуй. По качалам всю неудачу, нахуй, перерисовывает в топ-1. В синема. Это просто пиздец.
Удачи в бою. Я в тебя верю.
Ебаный. Просто мне приходится, блядь, пиво покупать уже, потому что настолько негативные мысли просто, что просто невозможно. Нахуй. Просто невозможно. Мне проще отключить мозг. Для меня рационально купить пиво, потому что мне, в моем случае, у меня постоянно голова думает, и всегда у меня слишком эмпатичные и негативные мысли. Просто твари их обузят против меня. Просто отлично. Наверное, я самый рациональный человек, которому можно пиво покупать. Но и то я это делаю раз в месяц, может. Может, я реже тоже. Это Юдора часто делал.
Я в тебя верю.
Ну, цирк просто.
Это было красиво и умно. Удачи в бою. Я в тебя верю. Это было красиво и умно. Чудесно. Теперь ты можешь вербовать более сильных союзников.
И просто кнопку отменили, я вроде нажал, она отменилась, просто на похуй. Ну, нормально, нахуй, просто классно. Потому что я знаю, когда я попадаю по кнопку, когда нет. Как на маге меня слили, блять, просто персонажа. Меня наверняка клавишу отключили на похуй. Просто и слили персонажа. Потому что я уверенно нажимал. Я бы никогда не прыгал. Не знаю, что я... Знаю, что я... Если я промахнулся, я бы понял это. Ну там не случайно у меня персонаж слился.
Это был прекрасный бой.
Не из меня. Ой, кошмар. Просто пиздец. Я не могу реализовать своего героя никаким образом. Просто кайф. Просто герой не реализовать. Охуенно. 0 в 0. Прикольно. Синема. Просто синема.
I would, you know what? I will
Cinema
unsubscribe
Play,
from them
которые
just so
никуда не
I can
ведут.
subscribe again.
Ни
These
канал.
are the kinds of videos that you remember after a year. Like these are the videos that are timeless, that tell a story, and I think we should promote
Гарантированно
that, and we
получаем
should,
урон, хотя не
give that some
обязаны.
support. You know what I mean? That's what it's about, man.
Несмотря на то,
Why
что
I
я
betrayed my
честно
WoW guild.
сыграл правильно, я не обязан получать сейчас урон.
A few months
Но
ago,
гарантированно
I
против
decided
меня
to declare
ебанутый
war on my
оппонент,
loyal
которого я не
Warcraft
могу
guild.
пробить
Now,
никаким
you
образом.
might be
Тем более, что не
thinking,
обязан,
"But
потому
why,
что я
Pine?
на 2 забавку.
I thought
Просто
you were
просто.
a good boy." Well,
Просто
I'm
пиздец.
gonna tell you
He's
the
not.
arduous sin they committed,
He's not at all.
what they did to incite my divine wrath.
They didn't give him an item.
They didn't give me this sword, and I want it. Back in
What can I say? I mean, if it's classic WoW, you know what it's gonna be. It's always
this
the
was
same
one of
and
the
it's
most
never
sought
different.
after items in Molten Core.
Yep.
Well, you know, after Toep and Mana Igniting Core
Yeah.
and Ring of Spellfire and Choker. But Mageblade is clearly the best because look, it's a sword. It sparkles.
Yeah, it's
now
really
I know. It's a reasonable drop rate, and
Uh-huh.
even warriors are getting it now. But
Yes.
somehow, after a whole year in Classic, this
Uh-huh.
item has still evaded my poor little gnome. So
Wow.
who is to blame? Is
How?
it just unlucky? Is
How
it
do you
just
not
unfair?
have that?
Is this video just an elaborate presentation for why I feel entitled to loot?
Yes.
So here's my guild history.
Yes.
At the launch of Classic, I joined a
promise I
nifty
didn't
little
watch this
guild
before,
while I was
okay?
leveling and was very set on my
Nifty little
endgame
guild.
goals. Pump big numbers, pump big damage,
Yes, dude.
loot gear,
Yes,
loot gear, yes,
dude.
yes, power. And I hope to make some friends along the way.
Not really.
And you know, once I
Fuck
got
'em.
to 60, I was pumping just fine and I had already made
Wow.
plenty of real homies. But the loot
Wow.
was about to take a turn for the worst.
Uh-oh.
Now, the first Mage Blade that dropped went to a giga pumping Chad Warlock. This guy was trying to
Good.
stack as many world buffs as he could by like week 4. And he watched
Yeah.
anime, so he was probably the main character of the raid. Not
That's the guy in my guilds. This is his alt. His alt is actually in this guild, and that's why he doesn't get world buffs and get ready in our raids, is because he's just too busy doing it on this alt.
on me. So no complaints there, right? Well, that was until, you know, someone got made officer and decided, oh, I'm gonna leak the loot priority. And you know, it's a good thing they leaked it, because the top 2 people on Prio for Mage Blade were Paladins. Okay, well,
That's fine.
let's see where I am. Pint, fuck this guy. I'm never gonna give him any loot. I hate
Wow.
him. He's like Gnome Hitler. I fucking hate Pint.
Oh
So
my
yeah,
God.
turns out my GM fucking hated me because of my
Jesus.
epic YouTube gaming channel. Or maybe he hated the fact that I tell
Wait.
people to subscribe to Pint in raids. And
Dude, like classic WoW, dude. It's the only game that you would ever have somebody that gets that stupid. Like, imagine getting mad over somebody having a YouTube channel. This is like, that is peak classic Andy. And that is peak phase 1 classic Andy. Like, getting mad about that. Holy fucking shit, you have to be a complete moron to think like that. It's like every server was like this too. It's insane. This peak classic, this is the pristine classic Andy.
he believed that my behavior was egotistical and virgin-like, which I can't disagree with.
Sounds
Between
like
the
projection.
constant lying, the 2-hour MC clear times,
Yeah.
and the numerous e-girl scandals, me and the boys figured it was time to jump ship to a
Numerous?
new guild. By now, I had gone
Are there a lot of e-girls that play classic? I feel like it's all a bunch of like balding 30-year-old men. Yes? Really? There's no way. No, I don't know, like, cause like anytime, like in my guild, for example, I think we might have one girl, but she never talks. And everybody else is just a 30-year-old man.
4 months without Mage
my
Blade,
God.
and my first guild disbanded later that week.
Yeah.
But I am an optimistic gnome and can look at the future with a positive eye. I'm sure in my new guild, Serenity, there will be no problems and things will be
why
completely
would that
different,
ever
and I
happen?
will definitely get the items I want.
Absolutely.
Credit where it's due, the leadership in Serenity was pretty good. But
Okay.
at the time, they operated on a rolling system. But, you know, I figured, what could be more fair than Lady Luck? It seems pretty
Yeah,
unlikely you're
that's
gonna
what we
go
do.
super long without getting anything.
Yep. 3 months
12
ago.
more weeks without getting my guiding moonlight. I saw freshly capped 60s get it on their first molten core.
I wonder if he's ever seen a freshly capped level 51 get it on their first molten core. I wonder if he saw that, dude. Remember that? Remember that shit, dude? That was fucking funny, man. That was so... Dude, whenever I got that Mage Blade, people got so fucking furious. It was hilarious. Free Hong Kong. Yes, exactly. I did an MC raid on a level 51 Warlock where I funneled myself all the loot, and I looted myself Talisman of Ephemeral Power and Mage Blade in the same raid on level 51 Warlock.
But
Was
I
it
can't take it
55?
out on
Okay,
Serenity.
whatever.
It's just unlucky,
No,
right?
it was 51.
After all, they did
51.
change the loot rules after, but it didn't hurt
Yeah.
any less.
Yeah, it was
To
51.
them, it was just an unlucky hot streak of not getting any loot.
Platoon's 55?
But for
Yeah,
me,
because
it
on
had been more than
MC,
8
do
months
BRD
without
earlier.
getting a very specific item that I'd been pumping very hard to try and earn. The
Yep.
psychological iceberg of pent-up entitlement was about
Absolutely.
to tip.
You need that sword.
So,
You
I
need it.
decided I wasn't going to take it anymore. I
Good.
quit the game to play that video
Что это,
game
блядь?
for children where you grind every day in hopes for some
Oh.
arbitrary, random, mostly cosmetic improvement. Animal Crossing New Horizons, which I'll admit was kinda just like the gaming equivalent of Rebound Sex, so I fucking stopped kidding myself and came back to Azeroth. And since WoW Retail
Okay.
had mysteriously
Oh
vanished,
no.
I decided to come back to Classic and give
Yeah.
Serenity one final chance.
Okay, give the guild
I
another
made a
shot.
vow. If I don't get Mage Blade right now,
I'm gonna
I
make
am
a
going
horde
to make a horde tune and gank you all.
Good.
I left it up to Lord's will, and when
That's
no
right.
loot from the boss dropped that I needed, the Lord said,
Pint, my son. Don't let them hoes treat you bad. Ride up on them bitches and stomp them the fuck out.
Is that Jesus?
"No, I ain't no bitch."
Holy
okay, well,
shit.
maybe I'm kind of a bitch, but I'm not a bitch when it comes to loot.
Oh my
Your
God.
fate is sealed.
When did he say that in the
Prepare to
Bible?
die. Well, boys, let me tell you.
What the
There's
fuck?
only a few things more sweet than Mage Blade,
Okay.
and revenge is one of them.
What is
You
it?
get what you fucking deserve. Bang.
Ну, чем мне получать урон, нахуй? Мне никогда не дают таких карт, которыми я могу получать урон, блять. Получать урон.
Look at how
Кинема.
sad she is. It's because she doesn't have Mage Blade. I'd sit on this tune getting boosted through dungeons by my absolutely new Chad of a guild who actually love and respect me. After taking
Wow.
about 2 weeks to get to level 40,
Oh
I
my
decided to go
God.
fucking sicko mode on
Синергия из двух карт. Что это такое? Что это, блядь,
Mage
такое?
nimble, mage
Кинема.
quick, mage level fast, and suck your dick. I started off in Zul'Farrak doing a newfound zombie farm and was getting about 140,000 XP per hour. No, this is
Ну,
cheating, this is
блядство
completely
ёбаное,
fine. What are
нахуй.
you
Просто
talking about?
блядство.
My
Просто
friend was
блядство.
leveling like a
Ебаное.
normal fucking
Прикольно.
person, getting about 25,000 per hour. What
What a
a
loser.
fucking
Ну,
cat.
и смысл,
Yeah,
смысл,
fuck 'em, dude.
смысл.
Wait, why am I sheeped? Hello? What?
Что такое получать урон?
Oh my god!
In only about 10 hours of gameplay, I had gone from
Got
level
him, dude.
40 to level 55. But oh shit! My guild's doing a molten core, and
Oh,
I'm level
shit.
55.
Why not
So
show
Ну
I
me?
классно,
need to
я
get
и
tunes
скипаю
to
ход,
push this
нахуй.
puppy
Просто
into
прекрасно, просто прекрасно.
full
Я не могу
Yeah.
нормально, блядь, по
So,
мане
how
все
come
распределить.
Demigod
Ни в одной игре у меня
Warlock
нету
was
обоснованной
unfazed by
возможности
solid
нормально все
matter
по мане
and managed
распределить.
to
Как
get my
ничего нету,
molten core
нахуй.
attunement just in the nick of time. Phased by solid matter,
Просто, чтобы сделать что-то не криво, нахуй, это гарантирую мне хуярит. И обузят это, и обузят.
solid matter, I managed to get my molten core
Okay.
attunement just in the nick of time. Now in this molten core,
Пока
my
у чела
guild
все по
actually
маслу,
let me
нахуй.
roll
Все как
on
по
the
маслу.
next
Или если
week,
криво,
so I
то
would hit
как бы
60
ничего
within
страшного.
next week.
Yeah,
Сто
okay.
сто.
The mediocre belt, a comfortable
Nice.
pair of mittens,
That's
and
На экране
the
нахуй и
best
довольствуемся.
sought-after rings a mage can get in the whole game. And I
Wow.
couldn't even equip any of it.
И пива не надо,
Yeah,
чтобы
yeah,
отупить.
I'm
I know what it's
definitely in
like.
the right guild.
Просто
From there, I
пиздато.
made my way to Zool Guru, where I opted to beat my head against a brick wall for fucking hours on end because I'm too stubborn. I will get this eventually. Fuck! Until my
Yep.
skill prevailed, and I was getting about 300,000 XP per hour, which is quite literally the fastest leveling method in the entire game,
Oh
bringing
my
me from
God.
level 58 to 60 in about 90 minutes. If my last video didn't convince you to play Mage, these fucking leveling speeds should. Now
Ну
I could
что,
finally
блядь.
equip my epic
Просто
items.
fucking лоук.
So,
Fucking лоук.
that's insane. That's absolutely fucking insane, man. How is it that OP?
Да.
Holy fuck.
Wow! I look the exact fucking same! Unfortunately, I couldn't make it to raid the next week, so one of my friends gave me some extremely wise advice.
Okay, what did they say?
Pint, you should start a GDKP. Also, you are cool. Now, if you don't know what a GDKP is, essentially everyone bids on items
Купительная
for
инфа
gold, and
просто.
then all of that gold is divided amongst all the raid members at the end of the raid.
Not really,
О,
though.
Как
because then you
иначе?
have to pay into
Как
the pot,
иначе?
and then
Как
after
иначе,
the pot, you
нахуй?
have
Как
to
иначе,
consumables
блядь?
for
Как,
the
блядь,
main
иначе,
people that
нахуй,
come
просто?
next
Ну
week.
как
So that
иначе?
means that you actually split the pot
Боже,
42
блядь.
ways. And then so if
Ну
you
как
have
иначе,
40,000
нахуй? Ну
gold,
как
it
иначе?
actually goes to like 950 gold. But then somehow whenever all the trades go out, just to make it easier to trade people, it actually somehow goes down to 900. So whenever you do the math the number of times and then you also divide out the extra cuts that are going in towards the pot, it turns out that people don't actually get the amount of gold that they were supposed to get, but actually about only 85% of that. And then you shave off the top an extra, I don't know, 3 to 4 shares? I don't know who would do that. I really don't. And then also if people leave, you take their cuts too. Because you're dividing it among 25, even though there's not 25 people. Sorry, 40 people there. I don't know why I said 25.
Now, seeing as I'm playing on an American server, I figured I'd embrace the culture a little bit and indulge in one of the country's oldest traditions.
Using a gun.
Violent capitalism. So I got some of my friends together and I made a nifty little Discord and I started spamming trade chat more than any of my competitors like the anime villain I am. Anytime a mage would whisper me, I'd go to their Warcraft logs and check if they needed any of the gear that I needed.
Good.
And if they did, well,
Don't invite them.
we'd be conveniently full on mages.
Yep.
How
convenient that
unfortunate.
is.
And somehow, by the time Raid came around, we had multiple Thunder Fury wielders, a Scarab Lord, and a High Warlord all in the raid ready to go.
What a bunch of losers.
After a home run from Gar and a Shazra Shinobi, morale was still looking high, and some pretty swanky items had dropped.
Damn, that's actually really good.
We defeated
Did it drop?
Ragnaros the Fire Lord, and it was time to let the vultures feast. I got a nice pair of Yeezys for pretty cheap. I got some sweet new gloves to finish up my 3-set, and won the tier 2 pants at a hearty 75 gold. After the rogues had finished bidding on their second-hand Ego Bloodfang pants,
You are not a Chad.
Oh, damn.
we decided it was time to start auctioning the most coveted of items.
The
My
mage
feet
blade.
picks. Hold on. You just looked at my feet. Wait, do you feel that? It's the cold, unblinking eyes of your ISP, hackers, and the Queen of England. But worry not, my dear viewer, because with ExpressVPN you can keep all of your activity hidden and encrypted, so that neither Her Majesty nor anyone else can see what you're doing online. Now you can watch all of those Felix makeup tutorials you've been wanting to watch without anyone knowing.
See,
It's
I
okay.
thought it was gonna...
The secret's
Ну,
safe.
cool story, cool
That's
story.
not all. I know you have plenty of
Я
time
бы
to
успел
catch up
засейвить.
on those Netflix shows while you wait for
They
Blizzard
got
to
me.
fix Shadowlands.
Даже
I
из...
have been
Who's
got
that?
there. I
The
did not
hit new
expect
show
that
is
at
region
all.
locked and you can't watch it? Well, with ExpressVPN you can
Сейчас я
change
просто
your
на
location
забиве,
with just
нахуй.
one click and watch
Под пивом.
any show from any
Is this basically just NordVPN, but it's a different name?
И вам рисуют лус. Вам рисуют лус с автоматом, нахуй. Просто, ну, гондоны ебаные, нахуй. Просто гондоны ебаные. Просто опять... Просто никак кто по земле не заедет, мать выиграл.
anime Japan anime movie, Marion the Witch's Flower, which is only available in the US. But with ExpressVPN, I was able to change my location and watch the whole thing without a problem.
How
and
about
you know,
that?
I gotta say,
That's
I
crazy.
quite liked it. Wait a minute. This is copyright infringement. Expect to be hearing from my lawyer. Find
Oh
out
my
how you
God.
can get 3 months
Okay.
free by clicking the link in the description box below at
It's worth it? I can watch that kind of porn on-
expressvpn.com/pint. Back to the video.
So you can use this to... You can install this VPN and then use it to look at porn at school?
Это не самое сильное существо.
Ну,
That's
блядь.
awesome!
Это awesome просто, awesome.
Holy
ну,
shit, that's awesome, man!
Сделать нельзя.
Thanks to my Asmongolding, which is, yes, now a verb, I have been...
Волшебство начинается с мелочей.
No, it's not.
Ну.
No, it's not. Oh, thank God it's not. I was so worried that it was. Oh my God, I was so terrified. Holy shit. Like, no, cause like you never know whenever they're gonna put something like that into the dictionary. Like, I gotta be careful, guys.
Receiving hefty stimulus packages from simps and e-girls alike. And this allowed me to purchase the Talisman of Ephemeral Power for only 700 gold.
Very smart guy.
I could have spent on at least 1,400 Night Elf lap dances.
Oh my God, that's a lot.
Maybe it was a waste of money.
That is a lot.
Ой, боже, блядь, серьезно.
100G.
Ну, блядь, просто меня берут, отменяют карту. Ну, блядь, ну там видно нахуй по анимации, что мне пытаются отменить карту, нахуй. Просто на похуй, блядь. Просто классно. Блядь, ну это просто пиздец ебаный, нахуй. Просто смотрите на эти рофлы. Смотрите на эти рофлы гарантированные, нахуй. Блядь, это просто пиздец ебаный.
Why? 400? Wait. What? Oh my God. 400G? And he got it. Oh, that's cute. That's real cute. Don't do it, Arthur.
О, бам, блять, просто ищи поедалова, нахуй. Но мне надо много поедалов, я не могу распределить статы, нахуй. Как при пиратах, если это можно, блять, шестого пирата качать на похуй, блять, на 5000 статов, нахуй. Не то, что в моих играх. Просто классно.
And since Horde are clearly the bad guys in World of Warcraft, it was time.
They are, thank you. Like, it's obvious that they're the bad guys. Like, Horde are always the aggressors. Like, Horde bombed Theramore. Horde burned down Teldrassil. Like, every terrorist attack is being committed by
Они же еще и
Horde.
навсегда получают.
Now think about that. They always are wrong.
Подожди, а как
They
я?
always are doing bad shit. The Horde are the
Я
aggressors.
получил игру уровня сложности,
That
начало.
was a preemptive strike. Yeah, it was a pussy ass fucking bunch of bullshit, okay? Arthas was a terrorist. Arthas was mind controlled, okay? Like, yeah, right. He was fucking mind controlled by the Lich King. It's not gonna happen. Stormheim? Who gives a shit about that? Horde are the bad guys in the story. Everybody knows it. You know it, I know it, everybody knows it.
For me to claim my vengeance.
Yep.
Nay. Justice.
No, dude.
I figured Serenity would be my perfect target. So
Wait.
what dastardly plan could I conjure?
He's gonna go back and kill his
Simple,
own
really.
guild?
Hit him with the oldest trick in the book.
Oh, no.
Курс там идеальная комбинаторика. Не нормальные какие-то свиньи, а, блядь, идеальная комбинаторика всем и каждому, нахуй. Просто всем и каждому, нахуй. Просто обезьянье комбинаторика, блядь, гарантированная. Просто всем и каждому. Просто обезьянье нерабочая комбинаторика, которая никогда не работает, нахуй, никогда не собирается никаким образом в играх моей сложности. Но у челов всех по обезьяньему собираются. Челов тупую собирают на топ-8 нахуй свою комбу в играх моей сложности. Но у них же не игра моей сложности. У них идеальная обезьянья ситуация, в которой можно делать что угодно.
Wait, and this guild gave him the fucking belt? Bro, this dude got the fucking belt and he's selling out his own guild. That's a warrior? Listen, warriors don't do this. This guy's a bitch. Well, I guess there's something wrong with him. You can tell there's obviously something wrong with this guy because he's wearing ranking gear, okay? So it's not really his fault.
He would tell me what layer they were on, because back then layers were still a thing, but you know, they've since removed them, but you know, they were back then, it's old footage, so then I came, and half the mages on the roster didn't fucking show up, but that's okay.
Too bad.
Because we were all there at the gates of AQ.
Okay.
Ready to, dunk on them hoes.
Holy sh... Oh no.
We see them on the horizon, and suddenly, all of my hardships, my pain, my suffering.
Is this his own character that he
Finally,
re-leveled on the Horde?
I shot at redemption.
Oh my god.
I shot at justice.
Пам, блять, мне дали усилиться, нахуй. И тут ведь сразу крикун, нахуй. Просто мне сразу ответочку ставят идеально. Просто на похуй. Просто, блядь, заебись. Я одно действие, нахуй, мне, блядь, просто... одно действие, куда на похуй, блядь, просто рисует автовин, блядь. Просто, блядь, уроды ебаные меня, блядь, блокируют топ-1. Ой, боже, блядь, просто вот как же убого, нахуй. Ну-ка же это убого. Ну-ка же это убого просто. Насколько это убого просто? Насколько это, блять, убого? Насколько? Ну, насколько?
I figured Serenity's raid time would be soon, so I head over to help out. My guild zoned into a queue, and shortly after, Serenity arrived at the gate.
Ни одного
which I
триплета,
proudly
классно.
defended to my
Very nice. Но я его же
extremely
собрал? Нет,
dying
я не
breath.
его собрал.
I love how everybody in the entire guild that he's
Сейчас
in
еще одно
is
поедание.
all
Еще
just
одно
like
поедание.
ready to kill him.
Блять, кто бы мог подумать?
That Kiritara guy?
Кто бы мог
This
подумать,
is the
нахуй?
top warrior in
Кто бы
your
мог
guild?
подумать, что мне будут
Your
раздавать
guild
поедание,
sucks.
когда
He's
у меня
equal
нихуя нет? Ну как я промахиваюсь? Я ж попал, блять. Ну просто пиздец,
This guy's
нахуй, ебаный.
trash.
Блять, какой цирк ебаный, нахуй,
Dude,
просто
this guy's
что-то.
terrible. Look at him. He's using close right. What a fucking idiot.
Not gonna lie, boys, felt kinda
Oh my
humiliated
God.
at this point. Despite my later running
А у меня уже мана закончилась. О, кто бы мог подумать, блять. Кто бы, блять, мог подумать, нахуй.
So I decided to embrace my meme even further. All shall kneel
У меня уже
beneath
закончилась
my
мана,
foot.
нахуй. Ну кто бы мог
Witness me,
подумать.
Oh.
They kicked me. I don't blame them, man.
So they kicked me from the guild Discord.
Yeah, you live like
I
a
don't know,
bitch, you
man.
die like
Maybe
a
it
bitch.
wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
Leveling a whole other character, crying about not getting given. Fuck you. Nah, fuck that. This is the only fun I can have in this fucking game anymore. Creating my own roleplay PvP
my
experience is really fun. I'd recommend it. Whether your character is Orcman McZuggyzug, who terrorizes the lobbies of Duskwood, or Sir Chad, the guy that PvPs without a chestplate and flexes after every kill.
Good, I like that.
Making a name for yourself with
Yeah,
a
that
fun
is good.
PvP gimmick and a bit of a story is, in my opinion,
Ну, типа, блять, просто из ниоткуда у чела статы рисуются, нахуй. Ну, похуй просто. Просто классно. Мне дают карты, когда у чела из ниоткуда рисуются статы, просто из ниоткуда, просто из ниоткуда. Просто классно. И мне гарантированно блокируют топ-1. Окей. Хорошо. Again and again.
But then I got to level 2 and I got bored. I was like, this is taking too long. Like, oh my god. Like, I don't want to do this. Holy shit. It's gonna take hours, dude. So I just gave up.
My conquest would be so easily thwarted by feelings. My friend, if I was going to give up so easily, I'd have already done it by now. This was only the beginning.
Are you kidding me?
Soon I would begin my training with some of the most
Are you
distinguished
fucking kidding me?
players on the
Oh
server,
god.
such as Wookul,
Wow,
Smooth, my
exciting.
stellar grew, and I gained some mad clout in the white main PvP community.
Amazing.
I would make
Wait,
my faction proud.
This guy didn't start
I'd already
ranking,
killed
did
a
he?
few at the gates of AQ.
Oh my
So
god.
all I had to do was hunt down the rest of them and drive them into the ground like the dogs
He's
they
killing
are.
his own guild.
Mukhtar. Oh, wait. I mean, for the Alliance.
This is...
Kill
Yeah.
number 1. Kitiara. Again, because he was online, so... I head over to Booty
I
Bay.
mean, the guy sucks, to be fair. Like, let's be honest. Like, he's using Quelsarar. Like, holy shit.
Кто бы мог подумать? А, это... ну да. Ну да, точно.
That's not enough to save him from the fact that warriors
Точно,
upon entering
точно.
combat with a mage are
Точно,
clinically
точно.
diagnosed with a
Fuck you. Fuck
For
you.
fucking sure, for fucking sure.
Actually, it's not me. That's not me.
Erectile
No.
dysfunction swiftly followed by deleting your character
That's
and
not
turning
me.
it
That's
gay.
not me.
I even managed to get a few bites in before we made our great escape.
Oh my
I'm passing the BM right now,
Просто
my dude.
пиздец,
Kill number
нахуй.
2 and
Просто
Zalia.
какой же
I track
издевательство,
him down in
ебаный.
Eastern Plaguelands and I start hunting. I find him and clap his human female cheek several
Jesus
times.
Christ.
We have
И
a
план
chase
баблик
scene
поставил,
with
нахуй выиграл. Я баблами, я супер манипуляцию сделал с баблами, нахуй. Я проигрываю без шансов, нахуй. Просто, ну, охуенно, справедливо.
Yeah. Isn't that cute?
sleep without an ounce of remorse.
Чел по паттерну отыграл, ему все по паттерну раздали, чего не бывает в моих играх. Просто так.
Oh, look what he has on.
Просто браво.
Look, he's got the fucking sword. Oh, it's fucking amazing.
Просто выблядки нахуй.
Being
Yeah,
here,
he's
I'll
got the
just
fucking sword.
lower his health so that when he comes back, he can
That's the
see my
best part.
face before he eats the dirt. Feels pretty
Oh my
good to camp
God.
someone who has better gear than you. But
Yeah.
eventually I got bored and moved on when I was told by Branchill that Enzella didn't know who I was and also didn't really speak English, so he couldn't understand my incessant shit talking.
Ну как я промахиваюсь всегда?
It's gonna take a while.
I don't even know what the
So I
fuck's
thought
going
back
on.
to my training and remembered
Just some random ass
the ancient
dipshit.
technique passed
Мне не
down
было никогда такой хуйни, не было, блядь, никогда не было, блядь, просто пиздец, нахуй, просто стабильно промахиваюсь по кнопкам, стабильно, блядь, просто насколько, блядь, мне твари испортили, насколько?
So I began
Oh, yeah.
recruiting. A valiant
That
set
works
of
really
knights to
well
do
in
my
PvP.
bidding.
Это переопределяется, безусловно, потому что вы видите ли, как просто на похуй меня берут, мне дают карту, нахуй, чел мне сразу ответ рисует, это опять эти примитивная рисовка топ. Просто опять примитивно сломали мне топ-2.
And of course,
Топ-1.
Serenity saw the
Просто
bounty
классно.
that I'd placed on them. Some would say it lacks subtlety, but I'd say it's an alpha gamer move. So, one
Wait, so this is like actual drama that happened, and he's paying people to kill his own guild? Holy shit, dude. Holy fucking shit. See, I told you guys I should have played on a PvE server, man. Like, this is so fucking ridiculous. This is what classic Andes do. See, they run out of game content. There's nothing else going on in the game. And so this is what they have to do instead. They invent these problems and these issues they have with each other, man. This is crazy. This is nuts.
late head out to scoop
Okay.
up